Well, I tell you what, some of the stuff is getting scary. I mean, they're going to try and push another pandemic, and
Yes.
here it's going to be terrible because they force you into doing everything by their rule, whether it's a law or not, and you can't get around it. Third world
No,
country.
that's a spicy meatball. Welcome to the Innervision FM universe. We got Hey Joe in the house. We got Johnnie J, president and station manager, Innervision FM. I'm Alan C. Welcome, everybody, to the Innervision FM universe. How's everybody doing? We've got a couple of topics we're going to hit. First of all, we want to say that anything and everything discussed herein does not represent collectively the opinion of the blind or low vision, visually impaired, whatever community. This is all for entertainment purposes. Let's just have us a good time and delve into the topics of today. And today, we're going to talk about breastfeeding in the Secret Service. We're going to talk about a few other things. And we're going to talk about Johnnie J's run for House District number 5. We're going to talk a little bit about the national anthem and some stuff we're doing this weekend, perhaps. And make hip hop great again.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start, Johnny?
Well, let's see. Of course, this Saturday we're going to be at the CCB here in Denver, in Littleton. And Tony had an opportunity to sing the Star Spangled Banner. This is going to be food. Oh, I got to tell my wife. Last time I didn't tell her there was going to be food. And so this is going to be food. The running raise money, right, for the CCB and stuff like that. So this is their annual thing.
Yeah, so I guess this kicks off at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Well, I think we have to be there at 8 o'clock, but I think
we got
to
be there
9.
at 8. Yeah. So we got to be there at 8, and it kicks off at 9, I guess. So,
and
what do you do? nfb.co.org for more info, I think.
Yeah, and he wanted me to put together like a what is it? Not a barcode. What is it called? Is it called a barcode where you just scan it and then it has all the information in there? Because they wanted to give do like a package deal with ticket with the concert on September 10th and a T-shirt.
Yes.
And then I would just order it and send it directly to that. Well, I would order it and then I would bring it with me to that concert, or to the concert, because it just makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to figure that out through. I think I could do that through Venmo, put together like this barcode and stuff like that, and then go from there. But it's like my head is exploding enough with all this stuff. So.
Mine's exploding too with all kinds of crazy stuff I got going. You got stuff going. I think we all got stuff going. Never a better time to stick together as Americans and folks all over the world.
Did you wait? Speaking of exploding heads, did you hear that propaganda with Michelle and Obama and Ernie Sanders? Is it Ernie Sanders?
It's Bernie Sanders.
Bernie. I want to say Ernie. Man, he was going off on his socialism. And it's so weird. These guys are all rich, and they're talking about themselves in a bad way, pretending that they don't have money. Like all the 1% billionaires shouldn't have all that money. I'm thinking like, well, okay, take out your checkbook.
Right? Can I borrow $5,000? I just need to get into an apartment there, Bernie Sanders. I mean, you're into helping folks out. Kind of maybe hand me off some dough. I got a GoFundMe account set up. I'm just kidding.
Put me in one of your what is that? Put me in one of your Mar-a-Lago houses, Obama.
I guess he's got 6 or 7 properties. You got an extra laying around. I mean, it'd be kind of cool.
And I wonder how much the audience. I mean, if you go outside and look at some of those protests, you're going to understand that there's some light bulbs are not turned on. So,
what do you think about this? One of these policies that have come up, like just very recently, on capital gains. Let's say that you do own a house. Let's say, it's not in a bad part of the neighborhood, but you bought it in, say, the 80s or 90s, and
Hmm.
maybe you paid off your home. You've done everything correctly. So all you got are your property taxes. Uh, but then you fall on some hard times, you refi. So you kind of got yourself back into a little bit of a situation where, you owe a little bit of, but on top of that, uh, your home, which was, say, purchased at, say, oh, I don't know, $80,000, let's just say, it's now worth, gosh, in some cases, $800,000. You know what I'm saying? Just astronomical. So these capital gains taxes proposed by Kamala Harris will be Kamala, whatever.
Come, 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 come.
Yeah.
She she proposes to have us pay, gosh, what is it, up to 25% taxes on these capital gains, and these are future proposed gains on properties, on business transactions, on all kinds of crazy. So you don't even have to touch the money in many cases before you start having to shell out the money. Uh, can you guys help me with this? I'm not sure how that works. You guys see anything on this?
I saw a little bit on it, but it's like, it's like, I just know that they want to, like, if you should die and before, if you don't have a will put together, whatever, of course they want to take the money that you put in that house and say, hey, it now belongs to the government. It's like, and it's almost like they want to get you on your way out and get you on the way in. Well, halfway, they're going to get your parents on the way in and then get you.
Wow.
What if you put it in a trust, the
Oh,
capital gain trust?
I think that would be the work. But
Yeah, I
how many
don't
people
know.
are
I mean,
thinking
I'm
about
not
that?
certainly
No,
not a financial guy, but it would be
no,
something to do
no.
your due diligence with, man, and take a look. And because, honestly, with 87,000 new IRS agents being hired, I always wondered why that was until very recently when rumblings started happening. Social Security, hey, we need to get this fixed and we need to fix it now. Then suddenly, data breach happens. Hey, no big deal. 2.9 billion, no big deal. I mean, man, I'm going to harp on that forever, because it's not even being covered anywhere.
Hmm.
Well, comparatively speaking, and at least nobody's coming out and saying, in the government, hey, we got to fix this. We got to do something about this. These things are more important than calling Trump a negative name 271 times in the DNC. I mean, my gosh, the economy maybe came up 6 or 8 times during the whole last couple of few days. I mean, maybe more. I don't know.
I was listening to Sean Hannity cover it last night, and so every so often they would interrupt because when they get like too far off into the craziness,
Yeah.
they would go to some other part of the craziness. And did you hear like all day was kind of quiet, and so the police were saying when it's this quiet, they're planning something.
Yeah.
And so they were planning that little insurrection.
Oh,
And
with the Israeli consulate, was it?
yeah,
Yeah, that
because he
was,
said
that
he was
was,
going all over, looking in the park and places, and they were all gone. So they were planning something, and so it broke out, and they had 500 cops ready for them.
yeah, National Guard, cops, everything
Oh
else.
yeah.
They shut that stuff down. They tried, and it's interesting because walls work uh, when it's that side of the party.
Oh, yesterday what I said, you can watch the Salem coverage. It's only on the internet. If you what is his name? Billy and what is his name? It would just if you look up just KNUS 710 KNUS, it's on their stream. But tonight he said he may not be covering like making any commentary because he's going to be out on the streets looking for some more action. So
You know, the big shiny thing isn't really what's important. The big thing that's
Squirrel.
important is focus policy. You know, focus policy is um, the biggest thing that's going to get us across the finish line. Doesn't matter what the other person is, doesn't matter what the other person does. The only thing that's going to get us across is sane policy, things that make sense for America. You know, the other day, they had a big projection of 2020 Project 2025 on the uh, tower, the Trump Tower, right across the street from where they were holding the convention, as if Donald Trump has something to do with Project 2025, whereas Agenda 47 is clearly his gig. And you know, why don't they mention that? Why don't they mention Agenda 47? Well, gosh, Johnny, I've been playing around with the idea of trying to delve into that, and just, man, the flood of news stories kind of precludes me from presenting something that's going to be really well thought out and cogent. But the idea being that Agenda 47 is nothing like Project 2025. They both have good ideas. And I think that, you know, if we all got together as a people and somehow did some stuff at the local, at the state, and at the federal level peaceably, there's still a way to see our country through this. You know, first thing is to get involved, maybe at the battle box, as our president called it, but at the ballot box, getting involved there. You're running for House District number 5. How do folks get a hold of you? Nope.
Johnny, you're muted.
Am I
There you
now
are.
unmuted?
Yeah, you're
okay.
now unmuted.
Oh, okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, you go to HD5. No, I'm sorry. You go to Johnnie J 4, the number 4, HD5, co.com. And the website is back up. I don't know what the hell. I haven't even went over there yet to find out what's going on, any donations or whatever. But I'm hoping that donor box would tell me if there's any.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you should.
So anyway, so all the websites are back up. The Innervision nonprofit, the innervisionrecords.org, and guess what? They're going to give me 3 months free, but they won't charge me the $8 for emails.
Oh wow, there you go.
Whoop-ee. Yeah, whoop whoop.
Whoopee. Take any
So-
deal where you can get it, and especially in this wonderfully working economy.
Well- Robust economy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, you know, I kind of wanted to touch on these Secret Service gig while we had it here. What did you folks think about that? Obviously, you know, breastfeeding and a job and blah blah blah. I mean, just fine, right? Except you're kind of on a post, and so you've got your family, and they're in a room designated not specifically for that, actually specifically designated for another purpose, like you know, if the president has some sort of what do you call it, yeah, presidential issues, you know, presidential type stuff. It wasn't set aside for that purpose anyway. What do you folks think of that? I don't know. I mean, you as a military guy, hey Joe, the former military. I mean, wow, that blows my mind, dude. That's all I got to say.
I know it does.
Blah, 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 blah.
So
That's just funny, John.
That's about something up for me.
no, well, why wasn't Greta invited? Or was you just think it just wasn't enough room?
Maybe not. Maybe
'Cause
not. That could be. They
What? And
couldn't
who's
get a
this-
clearance.
this is a folk singer, Taylor, so a folk singer. He got cut Monday night, and I can't remember his name. I heard it and I thought he was dead, but I guess he's still alive. But so they asked him, so it's like, do they? Oh, and then wasn't it something last night? Okay, I guess they were having a party in the seats and people were up and dancing or something like that. And something about either Little John or not Little Wayne, one of those little. See now I might go back and look at that because that's not a speech. That's just saying we devote our delegates to this. I might go back and look for that. But that as far as like the other stuff, it was too painful. And they had it on the what's that called? The other propaganda station, NPR. Yeah, they had it on NPR, KOA. It was like, but anyway, I'm sorry. I keep going back and forth with this. Hey,
interesting stuff.
But yeah. It's like, if you guys can handle like just hearing a bunch of lies, but as for me, I don't know. The excerpts are enough for me. And
I'm just down to hear whether they have any policies. Donald John Trump did come out with a little bit of help for the Harris Walz campaign, with a kind of spoof sort of policy set, to sort of help out,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember the website though.
What?
Oh
Gosh.
my God.
If you are to go to, gosh, I can't think of it. And I can't find my phone either.
Now, what was it? What was it saying?
It basically has, what she's doing currently right now and what she, plans to do with the raising of the taxes, has everything to do with bringing back the Green New Deal.
So if I want
which
to put in my
is
phone, like YouTube's Harris spoof.
if you're to look up, check this out. If you're to look up, there's this channel. I think it's called Nothing But the News or something like this. If you're to check that out, they came out with a video a couple hours ago. They put the link up there, but I saw it somewhere else. Man, it's absolutely hilarious, and I was going to copy and paste it, and I didn't. I totally didn't, man. But I guarantee you, if you were to just Google that or something, Donald John Trump spoof policy.
YouTube, Donald J. Trump spoof on Harris. Let's see what comes up.
Spoof policies, something. I don't know. It might come up. I doubt it.
No, it's not telling me nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, there is floating around out there some twacked out website that, interestingly enough, just outlines more of what we have going here, the perfect Biden economy, which is working beautifully, just exactly the way that they designed it. More of the same. So, we've talked about the housing, 3 million homes spread across the whole United States, whereas we have 330 plus million folks in the United States. So it's a drop in the bucket. It's a start, I guess.
Listen, I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was on the first Prince of Bel-Air and he wanted to buy their house.
What?
I put in what you said, and it gave me a bunch of other stuff. But Yeah, Donald Trump was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wanting to buy the bank's house.
Now that is interesting. I'd love to dig into that story. Anybody ever hear anything like that? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What do you guys know about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 1980s era,
No, not 1990.
90s, early 90s sitcom? Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
put that spoof ad in the comments down here.
Oh, what do you got here?
yeah. When I put that in there, it gave me everything, all these great stories about Harris, and then they came up with this Fresh Fresh Prince.
It's in the chat for YouTube.
Wow. Is there a way to copy that and paste that into the link in the description below for those that are watching us later?
Comedy Central UK. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't really keeping up with the Fresh Prince because I totally missed this. I gotta pause this because I want to watch this later.
Yes, sir. For your entertainment only. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to you guys.
uh,
Oh, before we get into the main topic about the Secret Service, let me send this to you. Then I want to send it to Mike here too. So, promote our ways of our hashtag where people can donate for a second, because I need to concentrate on this real quick. Alan,
you can donate by using the links below. There's a Cash App and PayPal down below. I'm sorry, Cash App and Venmo down below. Also, when you use the code TK414 when visiting the Terra Clean website, that's TERRAKLEEN.
You guys see that RFK threw his towel in and put his support behind Trump?
wait a
Yes,
minute.
yes.
I heard he's going to make that announcement this
Friday.
in
Yes,
Phoenix,
in
Arizona.
Phoenix. Yes.
But do we really know?
Yes, we do. Yes, it is
Yeah,
a for sure gig.
He did? Are you guys sure?
Yep, it's a for sure gig. He is going to be speaking alongside Trump, meaning he'll speak at some point during the day at the function, and then Trump will be speaking later at about later on that day.
They're going to be able to pull off a Democratic win for the president is by total anarchy. That's the only way it's going to be able to pull this off.
Yeah. They still have like just under 70 days to play games. So a lot of prayer is necessary.
Okay. Now let's talk about this DEI debacle.
What the breastfeeding has started touching on that a little bit. That's fine. I mean, breastfeeding's great, wonderful, and blah blah blah. But I mean, what do you guys think about that? As a military guy, what do you think, hey Joe? I mean, you already weighed
Election
in.
of that is dereliction. First of all, you ain't supposed to have your baby when you're on president detail. Why do you have your child?
Well,
Sorry.
no, she had family members bring in the baby, got them past the security.
That's still dereliction of duty. She left her post.
Yeah. And the person that discovered her wasn't supposed to be in that area as well. He didn't have clearance to be in that area as well. He was on Trump's staff, but he didn't have the clearance to be in that area as well. So
how did her family get that clearance?
She let them in. She says she got on her phone, said, meet me here.
That would be jail time.
We'll
Interesting.
see.
Interesting.
I mean, we shall see. I mean, but it was like you figure like after that big debacle, and then why don't they just give her time off? She, she had the breastfeed. Maybe she doesn't have a husband to do the job, and when she's not there, or who knows what her situation is? Why she's working to. No. She had the baby. Well, I'm assuming that she has a husband because she had the baby. I'm just assuming that. But something is going on there, and I'm thinking like, don't they have enough money to give them personal time off?
Don't forget to leave a comment down below on what you guys think either. I mean, because this is something that is important. I mean, people need to be able to have that right to do what they need to do when on the job, when applicable. But in certain circumstances, I contend that, yeah, absolutely, this would perhaps not be covered.
They
As
already
it
put
were.
down, well, didn't they already put down all this money to buy them this new building? Maybe they should have funneled that money into giving time off, hiring a few more agents. So if some do have to go on a maternity leave, they can do so, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
It is
I-
interesting that they got 87,000 new IRS agents to help us stay good on our taxes and things like this, and they can't hire new Secret Service folks. Confused
Or-
about that.
Or well, maybe she was running late, and
Yeah.
didn't have time to pump,
Maybe.
do the pump or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what happened, because they didn't deny the story was true.
Yeah.
Right? They just didn't say whether it was true or not. So I found this on this other guy's show. His name is Wash. He's coming out with a movie about Am I a Racist? Which he just spoofs a lot of these organizations, and he got his D.E.I. a certification. He put on a headband, put on glasses, and if you see, like when Nancy Pelosi is being interviewed, I don't know if it's Chuck Schumer or Nancy Pelosi, he's standing behind them with his headband and spoofing them at the DMC conference. So he's walking around, and people think that he's for real. Probably the game is up now that that video got out and it went viral. I guess I just remember his last name is Wash, like Joe Wash. But I sent it to you guys. So if you got like this video about the FBI stuff, I did send it to you guys email.
Wow.
So
I have to check that out.
There on the DNC convention, that guy's walking behind where they have curtains closed off and not showing the lack of participation.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do
man.
understand that it looks empty, and the way that they make it look like it fills up, especially towards the end of these nights here, the last two nights that they've done, is to curtain off the areas and really just pack these guys into one given area so that they just pan that area, and
all right.
that way it looks packed.
Do you get overtime pay for this? I wonder. Time and a half.
It's interesting because there's a lot of money flowing in the DNC, just as there was a lot of money flowing in the RNC, but it just differently placed, I would imagine. I mean, my gosh.
And a food for thought. She says she wants to raise the minimum wage.
Mhm.
Does she not understand if you raise the minimum wage, you have to raise the prices of the product that is being sold?
Communism, Marxism, socialism. You can talk to well, actually, you don't have to go very far, Johnny. You yourself don't have to go very far. You yourself, hey, Joe, don't have to really go very far to talk about that either. And gosh, neither do I. I mean, my gosh, we have, wow, we live in some crazy times. We live in some crazy times. We have people in Aurora that are literally taking over things, and you have law enforcement really denying that it's even happening, and you got crazy stuff going on. You know,
Yes.
it's just
Well,
wow.
the ride is going to continue. And like I said, if you want to catch some conservative commentary, I think well, KUS was going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And I just said his name earlier on Fox News. But you know, for you guys who can't stomach and oh, even what's his name?
Mayor Trump, and you ain't black.
Even he had to take take the week off. So somebody said that from now that he took the week off, will we hear from him again before the elections?
Interesting. We got just under 70 days, I guess. A lot of things can happen in that short amount of time. I mean, we've got nuclear stuff. We have an interesting thing where they've got DEI and nuclear weapons. Look that up. It's a fun read. I want to leave you guys with that. That I used to be a teacher and things. So consider this a homework assignment. Look up nuclear weapons, DEI, and you're going to have some fun with that one.
Are nuclear weapons real?
Well, of course they're real. What do you
Why?
mean?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen them.
Have you seen the real nuclear box going off, or the old films where they have cardboard boxes and toys being blown away with the
Yeah.
camera not being good?
Yeah,
How did the
definitely.
camera-
How does it what?
How did the camera filming it not get melted or blown?
That always.
Why did Nagasaki look like the rest of the towns that were firebombed?
No, there's some good food for thought right there. There's just some stuff that makes you go,
Well, all this
Wow.
nuclear talk it makes me want to go out and get a cherry pie for you guys.
a cherry pie.
Jeez.
They get me a cherry pie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat me some dried mangoes and some pumpkin seeds and
mango became my favorite fruit.
Oh man,
After
I could believe it.
You-
I made
you-
me a mango smoothie.
They carve them up and eat them with salt.
With salt?
absolutely. There's nothing
Oh.
better.
I
Yep.
never thought
It's,
about
uh,
that.
They're quite tart. You know,
Yeah.
they're green.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Huh.
Toss down there in the comments, what is your favorite fruit or vegetable? Hey, folks, rice, beans, and omega-3. Those are the three things that you need for their balanced amino acids. I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV, but I do from time to time learn how to survive on a very small amount of food.
Hmm.
And I'm still here, folks.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, everybody have a good weekend. Like I said, wouldn't be there at the event on Saturday in Littleton, and have a good weekend until next week, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yep. Join
All
us.
right.